before we sign off. So please, if you do have a question, just hold tight with it. There will be a slot. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Dream Team webinar.
Peace, blessings, enough love.
Welcome, welcome. Just
I'm already live. I'm already live on your YouTube channel.
welcome, welcome, welcome.
Cool.
Welcome, welcome everyone. All right.
Host started recording.
Dr. P, are you ready? Okay, good. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching us around the globe. This is the Dream Team webinar. Today it's January 7th and Happy New Year. Here at the Dream Team webinar, we work as a family. So for those that are watching us, wherever you are watching us, as I indicated earlier, if you have any technical issue, reach out to any leader on this platform. They will be able to help you behind the scene. So do not be left. Thank you and keep coming, and let's build up from where we left last week, this week, next week.
Good evening, good day. I think we're getting some echoes. Wherever you're joining us from today, we say welcome. And Happy New Year to everyone. I don't know why I'm echoing.
Active screens both showing you, so you got two things going on at once.
I am in once. I think it's Dr. John. Get up. Hello, is it better now? Yes, it is. Sorry about that. I think we were too close. Dr. John is in with his own device and we're not far enough, I guess. Good day. Happy New Year 2024. You've heard our main speaker just told me that I was echoing. Welcome, Brother Jeffrey. I am so excited. I don't know about you guys. 2023, as our CEO said, was the year to lay down the foundation. And the foundation has been laid down. Now we're putting up the walls, the finishing touches, the roof. Here, how that foundation is going to help us to really do generational wealth. And I will keep that for a surprise when it comes to that part of the webinar. But I want to thank Brother Alfred for greeting all Dream Team leaders. Thank you for a great 2023, and we're looking forward for a better 2024. 2024 is going to come with a lot of excitement, abundance, prosperity, you name it. This is our year to reap all what we have sowed.
Dr. Patience, you're back with two screens and such, so we were getting that.
We are on passive, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting a hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars.
He's on passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We have to always, 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 when we wake up and say the first thing in the morning when you hit your foot on the ground, gratefulness, everything good, and then you go into that, you know, flow of now agreeing with good, right? Peace, like just peace, inner peace, right? Because the world is going haywire and things are happening all around the world. We're not living outside the world where we are now, and things are happening. The situations in our homes, situations at work, there's so much happening, but in the midst of all of that, we have to cultivate peace, right? And set a pace to say we are agreeing with God in all circumstances. It's not easy, but it's still a choice, right? We are agreeing with God in all circumstances. Is if things are happening, let 80% of my thoughts, of my everything be agreeing with good. Let me dwell more in light than, you know, sometimes you do get depressed when you see things that are happening in the world, or you get bothered, but it shouldn't be your continuous state of being. That means then, even if you get sad for 2 seconds, you don't dwell there too long. You don't dwell there too long. You don't let sadness build a house, have a foundation, and just chill in your person or in your space, right? So you agree with good. 80% of what you do, it has to flow with light. It has to flow with good. It has to agree with good, right? So now, what I really, really want to talk about today is agreeing with good and cultivating peace in the middle of the storm, because things happen, life happens, right? So we have to now start thinking about how to find our peace when everything else is falling apart, finding the peace. For me personally, I find it in my faith. My faith keeps me grounded. My faith keeps me, rooted, knowing that I don't care if the world is falling apart. I don't care if there's whatever happens. I have a God that loves me, and the fact that I am established and rooted in that life. I don't love. There's nothing that can phase me. All right, but you always have to go back to that. I always go back to that. All right, so I'm just going to talk about practical things that we can do every day, that even if things are not working well around you, you still choose peace. You still choose peace. You still find a way to calm yourself and not be anxious, right? Even in ONPASSIVE for the last year, I know there's so many people who were thinking that ONPASSIVE is one thing, and then it turns out to be this great, beautiful things that some of us saw from the beginning, in spite of everything that is happening. But for some people, they were rattled, right? A lot of people were rattled. They were shaken. Some people were operating the spirit of fear. Some people were very anxious, right? Because I mean, of course, we came into ONPASSIVE looking for something that will alleviate, that will help financially and everything, and it is going to, and it is. I mean, we're working in that prosperity now. It's gonna start manifesting the way that we want it to, right? But a lot of people thought that it was just going to be like bam, 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 bam. But we had to go through steps. We had to build a foundation, like Dr. Patience said. There has to be a strong foundation that had to be set. But some people didn't see that stage. They thought that they're going to just skip all stages and be here before building from the bottom up and going where we need to go, right? Yes, our CEO said that we are on top. Everything that we do it with that perception that we are building from the top. But still, the foundation still has to be strong. And a lot of people were anxious. I still have people asking me, "Oh, are you not? What's gonna happen now? Are you not anxious? I'm like, I'm not anxious, because from the beginning, for me, I chose peace in all of this. Right? In all of this, I chose peace. Whatever ONPASSIVE is and is not, for me, I'm dwelling in the spirit of love and peace throughout the entire process, because ONPASSIVE doesn't set the pace of my entire existence. Right now, it's a big part of what I want, because what I want is to be impactful in my life. All right, and having financial empowerment to do that is part of it. It's a big part of it, because no matter how we look at it, we need money to function. Everything that we do in this world, we need money to function in places where we need to money opens certain doors. It's not everything, but it opens certain doors and allows you to do something and gives you freedom to do certain things in this world where we are in, right? So of course, we want that. All of us want the financial freedom for different reasons. But for most of us here, we want financial freedom to make a difference. We want that freedom to be able to make choices for our families, for ourselves, to have that thing to say, okay, fine. If I choose right now that I want to, do something, and I'm not going to say, oh, I don't have the money to whatever. No, money shouldn't be something that will stop you from functioning in your purpose, right? So when we have that in abundance, then we have the enablement. It's just basically a tool, right? But a lot of people were anxious. So like I said, we need to talk about inner peace, finding our inner peace in all. I mean, I know we all come from different walks of life, but then now we have to find something that will anchor all of us in that state of peace, continuous peace and agreement with good, right? So we have to send. Some people find it when they sit down, they slow down, they meditate, they go into themselves, they communicate with their creator, then they find strength and peace like that, right? I find it in prayer and meditation as well. And finding out who you are and whose you are. For me, that being secure and knowing whom I am, I said self-knowledge is very important. Knowing who you are, it sets a certain pace for your life, and you attract certain energies when you are secure in whom you are. Certain energies then flow with you. is happening, to have that power to know that we can change the story. Okay, there's a tsunami, there's this. Okay, we can come back with a solution. When we have that ability to be in our inner peace, and other things are set out in a way, then we start attracting energies that help us to function in that continuous state of peace, and be impactful also for others. Praying for others, you can be very impactful as well through your prayers, through your energy in your thoughts towards others as well, right? So even for ONPASSIVE too, when we are in that state of peace and tranquility, our thoughts about ONPASSIVE will be of peace, of light, and tranquility, and we help move this big thing. We don't understand what our prayers do. Our thoughts towards ONPASSIVE matter. What you think about ONPASSIVE and the energy that you push towards ONPASSIVE matter, right? So that's it for us. For me personally, and a group of other people, it's important for us to pray. We pray, we speak peace, we speak light, so that those who are working, those who are doing the job, then they get the spirit of ease, because there's this peace, there's this light that is being, continuously, there's a flow of light that is being sent their way. That continuous, that tranquility, we're sending it to the families that need it. Mr. Ash needed a lot of prayer last time, and we're always continuously sending that light. When there's a storm, when there's different negativities, we're like, no, we are rooted in light, we are rooted in peace. Everything that we do supports life and peace and light. So this is what we send, and it's powerful when all of us come together and send that and say, yes, we're operating in this.
Yes, loud and clear.
Was that a yes? Thank you,
Is
sir.
it? My volume was fine before. Thank you.
Right, Jennifer, can you speak again? Because I could hear you loud and clear though. Yeah. Did we lose him? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so very, very much. Later on, I had to chuckle. I called that young lady about 4 o'clock in the morning and didn't realize that she was out of the States. Sorry about that, Deborah. But thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate the invitation to speak here, especially going into a new year. And, I was excited when Loretta came on here because I'm like, oh, yeah, because she always gets me pumped up. And her message, I don't, it's be a God thing because it's always in line with whatever I'm probably going to be saying at some point. And I also use that, Loretta, as a diving off point sometimes. I just absolutely love the way that you feed us with this, with your energy and with your wisdom as well. And I know that you live it, and that to me brings a whole lot more meaning to it. So thank you for that. I love what you shared, by the way, agreeing with good. I mean, man, this means being in an alignment with good, right? Being in alignment with compassion on our journey, evolve so that we can sustain unconditional love, which is, hey, agreeing with good is a choice. It's our choice, and it's a personal choice. And in these choices, we can emanate the energies of love and light and peace that you spoke about so wonderfully. And this is for the lifting of each other and for humanity. Wow, a great start to what I know is going to be a great session. Because, Mr. incredible CEO, back in the day, a few years back, talked about we have choice, right? And we have the ability, even as you said, Loretta, that we can act on them. So we need to act on about where we came from, where we are, how we got here, and where you see us going. And I'm like, whoa, that's easy. I can do that. So that's pretty cool, right? So now in 2018, Mr. Mufara made some choice, right? One of those choices was to include us in something that would later become this massive movement that we call ONPASSIVE. Now, when we started, we were just going to, the user interfaces and things like that we interact with, right? And staying competitive in a world economy is in short, it requires digital transformation, not only of capable to keep pace with what we're seeing as an ever-increasing demand for that technology, for newer and faster technologies. It also has to be able to make new releases and updates of that technology available. So in saying all that, ONPASSIVE is at that level right now. It's made that changes, and it's incorporated those semiconductor equipment for networking and stuff like that. And, companies that provide internet and other related services. And following the shift that we made from marketing to information technology, we also added artificial intelligence to the mix. And that's what really moved us into an artificial intelligence information technology company. Halfway through 2019, we made that change, and we became a brand new beast, as it were, right? Now, since then, we've been riding that wave of developmental momentum, if I could put it that way. And it's had us not only becoming a respected global contender for world markets, but it's got us as a leader in them as well. And in anticipation of this, Mr. Mufara has often said that ONPASSIVE is going to participate in and contribute to every sector on the planet. So let's understand what he meant, because we're there, okay? I mean, the global economy, it's based on trade, which allows countries to obtain resources that they wouldn't normally produce domestically. And currently in the global economy, there are three primary sectors, right? There's the first sector, which is mainly has to do with raw materials and such. Now, ONPASSIVE is active in this sector because it brings resources together, and we're making physical products. It's also bringing digital resources together, and making digital products. Now, the secondary sector is mainly involved with construction of manufacturing, right? Utilities. Now, OnPassive is active in this through the manufacture of physical products, which we're obviously doing. And I would expect that we're also going to be involved in the utilities through some energy products that Mr. Mufara has alluded to and has going on in the background that we don't know anything about quite yet. Now, the third sector is services. I mean, and if that doesn't scream OnPassive, right? But services is like transportation or distribution and sales. And obviously, OnPassive is active in this sector because of sales and distribution of physical products as well as digital products that we have in the OES. So, true to his word and almost prophetically, we are solidly in every primary sector on the globe. And in looking at the components of OnPassive, kind of as I go through these as a recap for last year and even before, kind of think about how each of these fit into each of the sectors we just talked about, because we got brick and mortar offices, right? I mean, we have offices that are located on several continents, including Dubai, Egypt, Singapore, Bangladesh, USA, the IT hub in India, all those, right? I mean, we got some real brick and mortar stuff going on. We also have the data centers that we've talked about, right? We got one now, there's more on the way. We expect to learn probably at least about three more this quarter, first quarter 2024. And these assets that we have, the data centers, provide web services, data processing, storage, networking and management. The goal is to create a global net of data centers that help us to be self-sufficient as well as increase our profitability, especially since we intend to compete directly with at least two of the top web service providers on the globe, on the planet. And that's no small feat to jump into that ring, okay? We also have innovation labs. Now, these are research and development spaces, right? They're steeped in AI, they're steeped in machine learning. They employ technicians and developers. These labs are creating new solutions to existing challenges, and they're deploying technologies that also will be providing new solutions to things that we haven't really even thought about yet. But as this technology becomes available and developed, it opens up new things that we can do with it. So we're really steeped in a lot of R&D, and primarily through the innovation labs is how it's going to be coming to the world. Now, we also have, as I alluded to earlier, manufacturing going on, because OnPassive has physical products that are being produced in factories, a lot of which are the result, I believe, of work being done in the innovation labs. So we also have digital products, as people know, and the OES, the OnPassive ecosystem, is the tip of the iceberg regarding what OnPassive is, has, and what we do. And the OAS is a software as a service platform with a lot of things that are going to be flowing from it, which is another whole story. But another thing that we've got is strategic partnerships. We've got now, 2023 was huge for these collaborative agreements, these strategic partnerships, as Mr. Mufara calls them. We've got about a dozen of them, and these are world-class partnerships. These are nothing to slough at, all right? And these types of partnerships allow us access to customer bases that widens our own reach that we maybe would not have had otherwise. To say we do have a market cap of whatever the Earth population is, and that is pretty big. And with these partnerships, we also are able to expand our target audience, targeted focusing, right? And we can enter into new markets. So that's incredibly big, in my opinion. And we also have OnPassive's branding and marketing. We've all seen this happening on a the big ones that come to mind is obviously the Burj Khalifa Rapid Transit Station on the Red Line in the Dubai Metro. I mean, it's one of the busiest metro stations. Over like 750,000 people a day. Visibility, man, alive. I mean, that is huge. Now, the Eye of Dubai, too, the world's largest Ferris wheel is what we call them here in the States. It's like 250 meters high. And we did a lot of projection shows on that as well, and that's part of the branding. So we're getting global visibility, and that has a lot of tributaries to it. In other words, when we do these things, there's a lot of offshoots of even deeper visibility that we're probably not aware of that happen as a general immerse in technology. With all of these things, ONPASSIVE is continuing to add to and grow them, right? And so in doing this, it's helping us to develop and to maintain a technologic superpower stance or status, if you will, right? And most companies never reach the level that we're at now. And no company on the planet is going to give you more value for the cost than ONPASSIVE will. But, and I love this too, because Deb, I think you mentioned a little bit ago, you know, we've just laid foundations. And foundations, if they're solid, man, you can build high and you can build wide, but you can build. So this is just the beginning. We're laying out the foundation. ONPASSIVE's impact is going a lot farther than just the value that we see of perhaps our products, things of that nature. And I say that because I need to let folks know it's also the way that we kind of delve into the things happening to help us with the human heart, lifting humanity, and all of that stuff, right? And it's doing this by providing a global net of abundance, if you will, to its members, sufficient for sharing with others, beginning at the grassroots level and expanding upward and outward to the world. So, I've said all that to say this, that 2023, as we went into it and we got fully immersed into it, it was a problem-solving and a troubleshooting year. I am telling you what, we hit some snags and even some roadblocks that we proverbially had to create a detour to go around, right? But it was also a year fraught with activities that were aimed at the advancement of humanity. And we've got a lot more of that sort of thing that we expect to happen this year. And spending time with us the other day, Mr. Mufara told us again, you know, that everything that we do in life is a choice and we can act on it, which, you know, that Loretta, that's why I'm like, I know you're always in sync with whatever I'm going to be talking about. So I guess this is probably pretty good too, right? And in this, we are all unique in the value that we bring to the table. Now, with ONPASSIVE, we've got a guaranteed success mechanism that's going to work for us all. Now,
Increase it on their own end, but they are low and they don't want to miss out. Thank you. Increase it on their own end, but they are low and they don't want to miss out. Thank you.
is that better?
It's fine for my side. I can hear.
Will you hear me okay?
Or still pretty low for some people. It is better, yes.
At the highest, at its height, and I'm straining my ears to hear as well. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Well, isn't that something?
You're better now.
You know what? I'm gonna let me if I can plug in headphones.
Okay.
Is that any better?
It is, yes. For me, anyways.
Oh.
I have to go ahead.
My pleasure. Can somebody remind me where was I? I think I was talking about guaranteed success mechanism, all that sort of stuff that's working for us, right? This is kind of to say that Mr. Mufara said, you know, hey, the train's leaving the station, so I guess we could say that we're riding the rail to success, seated on the ONPASSIVE train, and that each one of us are significant, right, in how we participate in rolling out ONPASSIVE's vision for lifting humanity at our own level. And this goes back to, you know, Loretta talking about choices we make and how we act on them. And those choices we make at our own level, and these choices we make for ourselves, although they do have an impact that reach out from us. So Mr. Mufara also told us the other week that success is determined by what we do every day and that everything happens for a reason. Now, I love that. I preach that quite a bit, if I could use that term. And I certainly agree with it because I believe things unfold in our lives as synchronicities, which are options that we can act on, going back to choices. And it doesn't have to be hard. Synchronicities are organizing principles that connect the events or opportunities in our lives. They can be simple things, everyday things. Loretta, you alluded to this about the practicality of things that we can do every day that will help us become the people that we want to become. Because these simple things are usually accompanied by a desire or an excitement to do them. In other words, these things that we can do, right, that lead us in the way we're supposed to, are things that are going to appeal to us. Taking a walk, or reading a book, or going to lunch, or maybe over tipping the waiter, sitting in the sun. Anything that we can do in a normal day. I mean, the whole idea is just look at whatever options are available, no matter what they are, and choose whatever options or opportunities are the most appealing at the moment, the most exciting or curious or interesting or whatever. Choose it and act on it. So now you see why I was so excited when you started talking about choices, Loretta. I'm like, man, you guys are great. I mean, man. But we talked about these things before, right? Passion, compassion, compassionate action, because what all these things are that we act on, those are what we call following our passion. And when we mix the things we talk about, the passion and compassionate action, we mix that with technology of AI and with ONPASSIVE, that's what gives AI with heart. And so it goes. More and more things come to us every day. We can act on those choice after choice after choice. We're led along our journey day after day. We call it life, right? The underlying premise here is that it's not that hard to act on our passion. We simply need to pay attention to the simple things in life, or at least at the beginning anyway.
Hmm.
On it, that's what we're going to get back. And at some point, we're going to understand reaping and sowing. It's a universal law. And because we live in a polar universe, it also means, and this is a good thing concerning ONPASSIVE, that as we put out compassion and compassionate action to the world, that too is what we're going to get back, and it's going to affect us personally as well. And again, now Ash talked about some things that we could expect this year, and he indicated um, that we can expect greater communication between the members in the company. He wasn't really sure, what form that would take, but he was expecting at least once or twice a week to provide updates and have a way to archive them in a way so that we can go back and review them as needed. He also had indicated that there were some things coming out of Egypt, information, knowledge, education, right?
he gave us a clue and said that they developed another old product. He said it wasn't Low Academy. He said, but it's ready to go. And we don't want to forget about the A bomb, right? That was actually done in November of 2023, and we're still waiting to hear that big announcement. He also talked about breaking records in 2023, right? That we're in more than 225 countries now. How staff, developers, engineers, all those folks work more than 400,000 hours. They put on hundreds of corporate events, webinars, developed content through, I think he said 125,000 hours of coding. I mean, man, those guys got to be dreaming this stuff, right? Not to mention about 250,000 webinars that were done by the charter members of OnPassive, which is, man, and can't forget OnPassive Station, right? Used by millions a week, 180 countries, you know, they're from. It's got the biggest structure wrap on Sheikh Zayed Road. There's also the laser shows from the Burj and the Hyatt Dubai, all that stuff that we've got going on. We also launched O Connect and O Tracker. They've got 1 million users. They engage like 1.3 million websites with millions of impressions and millions of engagements at that level. A big one that I found incredible was that we attended GuideTex Global as a strategic partner, no less, and we earned a distinguished recognition for having the best booth in the event. I mean, out of 6,000 participants and 1,400 speakers, we walked away top dog. I mean, that doesn't surprise me, but still, you just gotta marvel at the things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know about until they pop up on our radar. And let's not forget the flagship product of hardware called OBLES. We know that's alive and well because we also, in 2023, donated to the Emirates, the UAE. They have a program called Bridges of Giving, and OnPassive donated more than 100 work hours and delivered thousands of packages, truckloads for that event. So, yeah, we may have had a relatively small beginning, but it's had, and we've seen monumental changes in direction of momentum all the way through 2023, and that was by far the most challenging year that we've ever had. Of course, Ash will tell you, challenges were expected, big ones, but I don't believe we expected to get hit with some of the things we saw, or the levels of challenges that we saw. Now, Mr. Mufara talked about some of these challenges last week, or maybe 6 or 8 days ago, and speculated a little bit as to why we even had them to start with. I'm not going to get into that. Don't think it's relevant, and we certainly don't want to put any energy on it. Although, you've got to say it wasn't just us. There's also bad actors in the world that don't want to see us succeed. But all that being equal, the bottom line is OnPassive is far above average, right? And we are also the correction to the corruption, and it's our AI with heart that's geared toward making the best global impact and will lift humanity, as Mr. Mufar says, as a true beacon of hope. And that will be our legacy. And for those reasons and many more, OnPassive offers solutions that are ethical, extremely ethical, more ethical than anybody else out there. And our users, as he says, are users. They're not the used like you see in platforms in other areas of the IT sector. So, Mr. Mufara, with his transparency, also indicated, wow, hey, we've made some mistakes, as any company will, but that's okay. He's also said, since our company has risen faster and surged farther than expected, we could be experiencing some of these challenges greater than expected for that reason. But we've certainly never committed any crimes or done anything damaging or harmful to any of our members or humanity. Of course, we also have learned from our mistakes and from the mistakes of others, and we can certainly tweak how and what we do. And I love that openness. Has always been an openness with OnPassive and Mr. Mufar to do what's right because it's right, right? In essence, though, the model that we're bringing here with OnPassive, right, that gives access to a single massive platform, which is AI-driven and automated, and allows a way to benefit abundantly, even, from the company through monetization of that platform, is the best model on the planet, I believe that. I wholeheartedly agree with Mr. Mufar when he said that. And it's a model that's designed to create generational wealth with occupations I think you were mentioning earlier. That we are leaving a legacy to the world through the choices we make and the compassionate action that result from those choices that help lift humanity, because we're a network of benevolent givers and doers in ONPASSIVE, and that's going to create wealth for our kids that include things that we don't know anything about. But for now, again, I think Deborah, you said we've got the foundation, we've completed phase one, that's what we're coming out of. So the foundation and laying challenges that we face have been instrumental in expressing and demonstrating our value in our world, and we give that. The world keeps coming, and I like Mr. Miller said in his video the other day, so that does not should not make us slow. We have come back with momentum is so our momentum is still up, and we are coming more every day. As a result, we should be having a lot smoother second, third phases because we have learned from our mistakes, right? And from the mistakes of others, and we are willing to change. Again, that's our legacy. That's what we're heading into. We're heading into something that's going to be healing the planet, lifting humanity through a global network of members that live with compassion, engage in compassionate action, and through that are active participants in the benevolent evolution of mankind. And it all begins here with us and people like us making the right choices, acting on those choices, and evolving ourselves into a direction which puts us more closely involved with the unconditional love of God, and that's where humanity's going. And I do believe that's a good message from ONPASSIVE as well. So I'm sorry about the views that didn't. I mean the volume. I hope that perhaps we can go back and fix it or anything. We can certainly go through those. But thank you so much. I've had a ball. Thank you.
Wow, Brother Jeffrey. Yes, you know they definitely will have questions, right? So you just gave us that was, I think the applause that you got, we need more of them because we have all connected that capability. So I'll add one to what we just got earlier. My resound, okay. My internet connection is not the best. So I would just like to be where I am right now. But thank you so much. Yes, you just did it. That's exactly what we were hoping we'll get from you today. And you provided it. There's so many people who joined to hear you, and I'm sure they have tons of questions for you. And I'm going to pass this over to our questions and discussions crew. I'm not going to be able to talk again because my computer is dying. I'm looking for a charger. Dr. Benny and crew, please take over here while I find a charger for my computer. Thank you.
Introduce the next topic. Brother Jeffrey, if you can just give us 2 minutes to do this part, quick update, then we can ask you a lot of questions if you don't mind. Brother Jeffrey? Thank you. Sister Irene.
Duration. I'm not going
Oh, thank you. You're the best. Sister Irene, over to you.
Okay. Can you hear me? All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Wow. Thank you, Brother Jeffrey, for that talk. We're not going to comment right now because, I mean, I'm sure that there are a lot of questions that will be coming to you. But we really appreciate you, sir. And thank you, Queen Sister Lorato. Always on point. You know, this is what I call my bestest moment. I always want to hear the updates, and it is that moment where we get, you know, updates to know what is going on in our company. It is our business. We need to be on top. We need to know everything that is going on. And so at this time, I'm going to call on the update team to tell us what they have for us today. So, Dr. Derek and your team, over to you, sir.
All right. Wonderful. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our global ambassadors, all our founding members, all our everybody, users, no abusers, and all the best in 2024. I do hope and trust that everyone has, I do hope and trust that everyone has been safe thus far in 2024. And I hope that everyone is basking in the beauty of God's holiness. Thank you very much, Lirata Shadari. Really appreciate, really acknowledge the mindset is the most important thing on the planet, much more important than money. Yes, I did say it. The mindset is more important than money, because without the proper mindset, the money means nothing. It will just be a waste. That was awesome. You did throw in some of the updates, and that's all right. Repetition deepens impression, so that is okay. All right, so I now cast your attention to Queen Kanla at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. All right. Am I echoing or is it okay? All right. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Good evening, everyone, fellow ONPASSIVE. You're welcome from wherever you're joining the Dream Team webinar today. It is always a pleasure to join Dr. Derek and the updates team to present to you the updates. I am Kanla Nge Rahel from the state of Delaware. I want to take this moment to say thank you to Queen Sister Loretto. That was incredible mindset. We love you also. Thank you always for sharing more of your perspective as we get into the Q&A section. So thank you all. Over to you, Dr. D.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Kanla. Thank you very much. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Let us remember that. Is that we are for 20.
Okay. The screen is still dark. Have you started?
That's not changing at all. All right. Okay, so this was done on the 3rd of January, which was last week, Wednesday, on 360. And so Ashupafara says, I hope you are all excited for 2024. And I have...
Dr. Derek, your screen is blank.
Pardon?
Your screen is blank.
Blank?
Black, yeah, no black screen if you are sharing.
What? If I am sharing. To share. Is it still black?
It's saying you are sharing your screen, so waiting to see.
All right, are you seeing the screen now?
No.
All right. Not working over here. See if it will work over here. All right, give me a minute here. Oh, Lord.
A lot of loaded information. For me, I'm giving it started, waiting for my.
All right, are you hearing me?
Just waiting for the. Yes, Dr. Derek, we can hear you now.
You see my screen?
You just said Dr. Derek is sharing screen, but it's just black.
It's a blank screen.
blank screen.
Yes, totally blank.
Oh Lord. Okay, all right, let me do it this way. All right, are you seeing it now?
Okay.
All right, let me do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It will be open.
All right, just give me a few moments. It's uploading.
Thank you.
Queen Yvonne, can you hear me?
I can hear you just perfectly, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, wonderful. All right, we're uploading it the other way, using the presentation instead of screen share. All right, 22%. Just give me a few.
We live up to your name. We're always ready to do it different way if you have to. Thank you.
All right, so we're getting it now.
Yes. All right. Looks like it's
Okay.
coming.
Are you
There
seeing?
we go.
Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right, so let us roll with that show now then. All right, I hope you're all excited for 2024, and I have reason for that, not just an emotional state. 2023 was a problem solving and troubleshooting year. Success is determined by what you do daily, and it's time to reap the harvest. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
Reason. Some things we were hoping to evolve and come into fruition in 2023, but they didn't. But we are sure to kick off this month with the result and hard work on 2023. As soon as next week, we will start witnessing some of the few developments. If you are thinking about when you will get involved, you are probably late.
But this year, many success record be made here, and a ton of people are already geared here for this. God can make you successful, but He gives you a choice, and you must do something to get it. We have a guarantee. Somebody changing the slides.
Okay, that's slide number. Yep, that's the correct slide, Dr. D.
Okay. All right. We have a general success leader, but you must pull your hands out of your pocket and do something to get there.
I highly recommend that now is the perfect time to decide if you want to succeed. Make sure you don't expect someone to do it for you. Some platforms get you there faster and safer, but you must be on board and see what you must do, and everyone can do something.
And everyone has the quality and value someone does not have, and not a final one had is the same as someone else. Everyone has a different DNA and brain, and you are not going to be us. And it's going to be you, and find your quality and be you and find your spot in ONPASSIVE.
That is right. We, can you go back to the next slide, please? We are so excited. I think that is.
No, this is a right slide. Somebody is moving the thing.
Okay, yeah. All right. Who are you and what is your value that no one else has? And be as unique as possible. Be as unique as possible. Because if you try to follow someone else, you will not be original. If you are not on the success journey every day, then there is no guarantee you will get there.
We have been solving a few ending is in from 2023 and none are blocked. It's a matter of time. We are already saying this is done. This is done. And check the list. 2024 will be filled with surprises. Few things we choose not to share all of them. They are complete game changers and great foundation to the next phase. And ONPASSIVE is only good news.
We are so excited for the days to come. Let me repeat that again once. We are so excited for the days to come. A few will choose to misbehave, and it will only get back on you. We have chosen to succeed, and no doubt we will win. Everything that was pending from 2023 is just about resolved and will get announced, and not in a month, but every day is going to count.
We are also going to communicate much better. Don't know how much better they can communicate as a company in 2024. I think they were doing fabulous. We have not finalized a blueprint, but you will hear at least twice a week from the company in one of the formats, and we should be on track. And we'll try to achieve everything. We will give you a calendar.
New heights in 2024, and so excited and happy New Year 2024 to you, your loved one, your family, neighbors, and friends. And I hope you will be safe and healthy and have had tons of family time. It is important to start using the tools and connect with your Peter ONPASSIVE family.
A few things are coming out of Egypt on joy, information, knowledge, and enthusiasm, education, field. We have developed different products, and it begins with Academy, and it's ready to go. We have several products ready to go. We are going to have a blast. Many activities to advance humanity. We're addressed by ONPASSIVE in 2023, and more will happen in 2024.
Yes. And we are proud of our commitment to OBLET that has never wavered. I thank you all for your commitment. We have had a great ride so far, and I hope all of you will be inspired to find your unique ability and quality that God made, and believe in yourself and look and seek, you will find it.
Integrate your gift into ONPASSIVE. You will get further faster. We are confident that we have a superior platform and will get you to a better altitude. So, buckle up.
Yes.
Because this is
how we do it. Oh, my hands are in the air waiting for the music. This is how we do it. I am ready.
It's not working in this. Not working in this platform.
Okay. Yes, it's delayed.
It's not delayed. It's just not working in this platform.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, this is how we do it. And this is the dream team.
Let me see if I can do it this way. All right, that is it. That was our updates for today, January 7th, 2020.
Oh, yes. This.
Not working with me at all today.
Yes, because we are all on perseverance.
All right, over to you, the question and discussion team. Peace, blessings, enough love to you. I don't speak whatever language that is, I speak only English. Yes, that's the only language I speak. You asked me for who? Uh-huh. I don't not know that person. I don't know that person. You maybe have the wrong number. As I said, I don't know that person, and this is my personal phone. Okay. All right. No need. No need to. I don't know the person you need.